Well, this is going to be interesting. We are going to taste Arkay's American whiskey. This is an alcoholic-free whiskey. And the fine folks over at Arkay were kind enough to send this to me to taste and review. So of course I'm going to do it and share it with all of you. What's interesting about this, Arkay says that they have incorporated a small molecule that mimics the burn and the sensation in the mouth, the mucous membranes of alcohol. So it tricks your brain into thinking you're actually consuming alcohol. So I hope so. I hope that this makes me think I'm drinking real whiskey. Let's try it. It's a nice color, actually. Very, very nice color. And I'm going to open the bottle. I may have to come back. I can't get the bottle open. It's just a twisty top, right? It's just a twisty. One more time. And of course I was strong enough to open it without needing my jar opener. Oh, it's got one of those nifty pour spouts like you see in a 1.75. Now these pour spouts actually mimic the bartender's pour spouts. It pours at about the same rate. I should mention also that this is a 1 liter bottle. Thank you very much, Arkay. Let's go ahead and try it. It says alcohol-free flavored drink, naturally and artificially flavored. It's a 1 liter. The back of it says ingredients: water, glycerol, natural and artificial flavors, chemical, long words. No alcohol. Don't drink and drive unless it's Arkay. Love that. So here we go. I'm going to pour some in my fancy little tasting glass. I'm going to pour a little more than I usually would because you know what? It's alcohol free. Here we go. I'm going to go all the way through tasting it. I'm going to find some safe place to put this bottle. There we go. Again, the color is very nice. It reminds me of what a lot of the Irish whiskeys look like, and I like a lot of the Irish whiskeys, so far so good. Remember, we're going to nose it. That's very interesting. The nose on it is very sweet. I'm nosing it with my mouth open. Very sweet and candy-like. Kind of like Christmas candy. You know the ribbon candies that you used to see, the old-fashioned Christmas candies? That's what it's reminding me of. Well, I'm going to treat it just like I would any other whiskey. I'm going to go ahead and I don't know if it's got glycol components or not, but I'm going to treat it like a whiskey. I'm going to break it, bloop, with just a little bit of water, nose it again and see if I notice any difference. Not really, but I like it. I love Christmas candy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and taste it, and let's see how the mouthfeel and the flavor compares to the whiskeys we're all familiar with. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Now the finish, the mouthfeel, first of all, is very much like a capsaicin mouthfeel, and that is a hot pepper. And it's not unpleasant, and it's not overt. It's not really, really a strong burn. But that mouthfeel, that burn is there. So I can see if you used this in a cocktail in place of a normal alcohol-containing whiskey, it would do the job remarkably well because you would get that mouthfeel along with everything else that's in the cocktail. The burn is lingering a little bit, and now it's sort of fading into what I would normally feel with a whiskey. That's very interesting. The finish is kind of short. I'm going to taste it again. It's kind of tasty. Yep, it's reminding me of a capsaicin burn. But again, it's not really a strong burn. It's just a little touch, and the burn lingers a little bit. The flavor, the finish is pretty short. I need to focus on the finish. I'm focusing on the burn. Trying to give you all the details. That was really classy. Into my glass. The finish is a little bit woodsy. The finish kind of gets lost in the burn. But remember, this is a beverage that's made for people who want to enjoy a mixed beverage, who want to socialize and have fun without actually including alcohol. It's perfect for people who are designated drivers. It's perfect for people who don't drink alcohol at all. Perhaps they're sober, perhaps they're newly sober, perhaps for medical or religious reasons or moral reasons, or they just want to stay super healthy. They don't drink at all. And this is a way for them to indulge at the bar or at someone's home at a party without actually consuming the alcohol. And this is very interesting. Oh, wow. Now that a moment or two has gone by, the burn is still there on my tongue, but it's very, very similar to the feeling I would have if I'd just taken a good gulp of whiskey. Not that I gulp whiskey, don't get me wrong, I sip it. Yeah. That's very interesting. I recommend it. I highly recommend it. You can get it online, of course. I would check with your local Happy Juice store, but if you go on to Arkay Beverages, I think it's arkaybeverages.com. Oh my goodness, I should have checked. I'll put the description down below. If you go to Arkay Beverages and take a look, I'm sure you can get the price points and you can get locations where it's sold near you. And I give this a thumbs up for what it is. It's exactly what it purports to be. And it's kind of tasty. I may have another shot. See, the third sip, or was that the fourth? The flavor was more like a traditional whiskey. It's just so interesting. And we are becoming a mocktail nation. Mocktails are growing. You go to a bar and most of them are going to have, let's watch that pour again. I love those bottle tops. You go to a bar these days and most of the bartenders and most of the establishments are going to have one or two or a collection of mocktails at the ready. And even if it's not on their menu, ask your bartender if you're looking for a mocktail. And chances are very, very high in your favor that they're going to know one or two delicious recipes for a mocktail. I'm going to try this one more time. This is the Arkay. Let me show you again. Arkay. There we go. Alcohol-free American whiskey. They sent me several bottles to try. This is not the only one we're going to try. And I'm also going to try it. I'm going to make a video and try it in actually making a cocktail. And I make really good cocktails. So I want to see how it performs actually in the glass with the mixers. I love the feeling that it leaves in my mouth. You know, I really understand why this is a good thing, why it's a good substitution for a normal alcohol-containing whiskey, because you don't just drink it down and feel like you had flavored water. It leaves you with a sensation in your mouth that leads you to believe you've consumed something that with a little happy juice, even though this is happy without the juice. Yeah, that's what it is. So I recommend this. If you're a designated driver, if you want to keep some on hand for those party goers who come to your house who are not drinking, if you have pregnant friends, if you have people you know who don't drink, if you're one of those people who don't drink but wants to continue to socialize and play and have fun and indulge in a delicious cocktail, make a mocktail with Arkay non-alcoholic beverages. I'll put some of their information in the description, and look for a video coming up that includes a mocktail made with the Arkay beverage. And also I've got several other bottles to try. So, Sláinte. You thought I was going to forget.